Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, April 26, 2011. Thanks for stopping by. I listened to a radio show, a talk radio show this morning on the way to work, and I was really infuriated by what I heard. So I had to share it with you a little bit and I guess ask you if you have similar experiences listening to the radio these days. What I heard were two right-wing Republican guys imitating African Americans and mocking them, pretending to be African American and saying things that were really demeaning and insulting in a very subtle way. They didn't come out and say anything, openly, but the whole thing was just openly racist. I mean, you can't have two guys that are pretending to be African American who are spouting right-wing Republican rhetoric and basically mocking black people and mocking their community and mocking Barack Obama and insinuating that he is more concerned with African Americans than with white people or with Hispanics or anybody else. Okay, that's just not acceptable in my book. I don't know about you, but I come from Mississippi, and when I was growing up there was a lot of racism, but I don't remember people being that open and that proud of their racism in public. I mean, I can't imagine turning on the radio when I was a kid and hearing people mocking African Americans and saying those kind of things. It's just incredible to me. And I come from Mississippi. Okay, so that should tell you something. That we have really come to a point in this country where the racism is just rampant. And they're saying that, of course, racism is dead because Barack Obama is president. We elected Barack Obama. When they say we, what they really mean is white people. Hey, the white people gave you Barack Obama. We don't owe you anything else, okay? Racism is over. Shut up. Don't criticize us no matter what we say or what we do. Okay, that's what they're saying. And they're saying racism is dead because we gave you Barack Obama, and now let me imitate you and mock you and talk about how you're lazy and how you are living off the government, right? And they went so far as to insinuate that farm subsidies are only for black people, okay? And here's what they said. They said, they were saying, oh, I want a farm subsidy too. You can get a lot of money for a farm. And said, oh, well, I have a farm. I really love a lot of that money. And then the other guy said, well, I don't think they're going to give you any money because you're not the right type of person. He said, you don't love Barack Obama enough, wink, wink. He actually said that, wink, wink. You know what that means. I mean, everybody knows what he's talking about. He's saying because you're not black, you're not going to get any money from the government. It's just an outrageous and reprehensible and just laughable thing to say, because most of the people who get money from the government are large agribusiness farmers, okay? Not just farmers, but the big agribusiness, the people that are really wealthy and have big farms, they get a ton of money from the government. And most of those people are not black, okay? They're not African Americans. They are white people, or companies, okay? So and nobody would ever think that all the farmers, all the agribusiness in this country are African American. Nobody has ever come up with that theory. So he just made that up out of whole cloth. And of course, what he was banking on was that we would think, oh, black people take money from the government, they're all on welfare. So of course, if there's farm subsidies, it must be going to black people. I mean, because they're the ones that are getting all the money from the government, right? They get $4 a day. They get $4 a day to live on if they're on welfare, which most of them are not. Okay, so that $4 is just way too much to pay somebody so that their children don't starve, we have to be so outraged and incensed over that. But we don't have to be outraged or incensed over the fact that farmers, and many of them members of Congress, very rich members of Congress who have big farms, are getting millions of dollars in farm subsidies. We don't have to be, oh, wait, all those people are African American. That's right. All the big agribusiness, they're all black people, according to these guys on the radio. So, I just could not believe that I was hearing this openly racist nonsense on a major radio station. How could they let this kind of stuff be on the radio and nobody complain? And I guess it's my fault. I haven't complained to the radio station yet, which I will do. I see now it's my responsibility, so I will complain about that. But it really amazes me that this kind of stuff is going on, and people are not boycotting these radio stations. That tells you something, doesn't it? There must be a lot of support for this kind of talk. And of course, they started demonizing Barack Obama because he doesn't want to deport Mexicans, right? They're just absolutely enraged over the fact that a Mexican might get amnesty, that they might be able to live here and have a job. That's just not fair. We've got to throw them out of the country and split up their families and cause them to die, right? Because a lot of them, when they get deported, they end up dying. A lot of people die on their way into this country. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with Mexicans dying. It's if they get here and they're not arrested. That's a problem, okay? To these people, which just infuriates me. I can't say it enough that the Republican Party is the party of hate. It's just the party of hate. These people are full of hate for Mexicans, disdain for Mexicans, don't care if they live or die, just as long as they don't get a job. That's the only thing that's a problem to them. They're full of disdain and hatred for African Americans. They're always getting money from the government, even the large agribusiness. It's them. They're the large agribusiness. They're everybody that might be getting money from the government, according to these people. Okay, and full of disdain for anybody that disagrees with their political views, and I guess I understand them a little bit in that respect, because I'm full of disdain for them, to be honest. But it's not because that they have different ideas about policy. It's because they are full of hate, and I don't like that. I don't like people that base their views on hate. That's not constructive. It's really a sad, sick thing, and it's going to really be dangerous for this country. But it's already destroyed this country, really. But getting back to the topic, they had a guy on there, a student, and he said, I'm really concerned about the communists in our university. And why are these communists in our university? And he said, the brown-nosers, meaning the people who like their professors and don't hate them, the brown-nosers will look down on, and ridicule those who have common sense positions. Okay, and just think about that for a second. He's saying that he's being ridiculed by brown-nosers. And that is sort of emblematic, isn't it? I mean, he's ridiculing these people while at the same time claiming they're ridiculing him, and he's ridiculing them in a very disgusting and obscene sort of way. He's really referring to excrement and saying that they have it on their face and that they're really burrowing their heads up at the back quarters of these people who they really just agree with. They agree with their professors when they espouse liberal democratic views. So that means that they've got crap all over their faces. Okay, but he's the one being ridiculed. That kind of tells you, doesn't it? Thanks for watching.